Divorce at 40 is like landing on a foreign planet. The life you've built shatters over a few minutes. You wake up and nothing, your home, your own name, even the saying of your own name, is familiar. Everybody says, you'll bounce back. But they don't feel empty inside. They don't see how cracked your self-worth is, how you question everything you once knew. There is no manual for piecing yourself back together in the wake of losing the life you thought was always going to be there. Not at 40. You were supposed to have it all figured out by 40, weren't you? Instead, you are just left with the rubble and some vision of who you are supposed to become. For a moment, I stood there as if frozen, ashamed. I wore my divorce as though it were a scarlet letter, physical evidence that I had failed at something significant. I skirted around mirrors, conversations, my own self. Because divorce isn't merely paperwork and moving boxes, it's sewing your soul back together in the silence. The first time I actually took a good look at myself once more, I hardly knew her. The sadness that is hidden behind my smile, in my tired eyes. But somewhere below, a spark still glowed. A whisper. You're still there. Reclaiming self-love wasn't about pretending that the past didn't happen. It was giving it respect, learning from it, and forgiving myself. Forgiving the marriage, even more forgiving the past, however many years that I thought I wasn't enough. The real first step? Granting myself permission to be a novice once more. To start over without shame. Brick by brick, I rebuilt. Small at first, a morning walk, a healthy meal, phoning an old friend. Whispered each act, I am still worthy. Some days were like scaling mountains. Then there are days that feel like sliding right back down. But gradually, I began to trust myself again. I quit asking, what's wrong with me? And I began to ask, what is next for me? And then, one night, alone in my little apartment and surrounded by secondhand furniture and cheap candles, I laughed. A real, honest laugh. It was months since I had felt light. Confidence hadn't been something I had to win back. It was something I could choose. Shaky hand and bruised heart notwithstanding. Divorce does not define the end of your story. It's the messy middle, the knowing and not quite knowing. And the middle is where the finest chapters are written. And you know what? Beginning anew at 40 is not defeat. It's radical courage. You get to be the one who writes the next chapter, not in spite of your pain, but because you survived it. If you are standing in the ashes at the moment, wondering if you will ever be whole again, listen up. You are not broken. You are being rebuilt. Each scar tells a story we fought for our lives. Each breath is an act of defiance at surrender. So be patient with yourself. Be tender with yourself. You're learning so much about how to love yourself. And that kind of love? It's unshakable. Today, I stand taller. Not because life got easier, not because someone saved me, but because I chose myself. And you can too. Your story isn't over. It's just getting started. If this was resonant for you and you're ready to rebuild your life, just hit subscribe. At Raw, Begin, we believe that healing starts here.